Well, happy day, good morning. Greetings to one and all. I'm Max Stevens. I buy old records. I'm on the road again, as that Nelson fella sang about many years ago when I was a much younger man. Not near as happy as I am now, though. That's the good part. The older you get, the happier you should be with life. Pretty soon I'm just going to go boop for so much happiness. Well, I'm on my way to see my friend Mark again, buy some more records. So go with me. Let's enjoy, let's have fun, and even if you're not, come along anyway. I could use the company. Well, all right, I have just about arrived, and I know I've been here before a few times, but I always find cool stuff. Right now I'm just trying to load up on the lower end stuff that just keeps me going through record shows, stuff like that. And it's better than just sitting around at the house. So here I am in Hope, Arkansas. It's pretty cool. My friend Mark's a historian at heart. He was a disc jockey, and then he's started up a newspaper in another town not far from here, the one with the paper mill that you can smell 30 miles away. And he's always recording the history and preserving the history of this area. So it's really cool. You got to admire when somebody's doing that, because a lot of times history is forgotten. Bill Clinton was born here and such, and he was a U.S. president, whether you hate him or like him or what. It's immaterial to me, but it is a historical town. Really a beautiful old small town vibe here. Well, cool. Got here, visited a while, and I've already been pulling a stack of records. I got to play through them and see what's there, but a lot of these Nashville labels are pretty cool, boppers and real good Stone Cold country, but a lot of them are the Missionaries Position 60s things. So I just got to play them and see. So let's do some looking. And like I say, I've been here before a number of times, but I had nothing else going. Might as well look again. There's old Big Bill Johnson. Set this where it's more. Yeah. Barefooting by Robert Parker. Man, I see that record everywhere. Yeah, Sanford Clark. Played a show with him over in Hemsby, England. The only souvenir we brought back was essentially Jesse Lee. He was born 9 months later. Tells you how long ago that was. Sanford was a cool dude. He and his wife were just great folks. Got to visit with them quite a bit. And then Professor Longhair. But what's really cool is Sanford brought his guitar player with him, who was on all of his old records. And by golly, I got to watch him play Teenage Blues, Al Casey. And Al did that during the practice session, rehearsal. And that was a pure, perfect moment of my life. Bill Reeder. Yeah, I think that's straight country. Volpara Records. No, a little rough there. Play some Al Lucas. I done it. The Sinners. I'm sure that's got to be a pop record. Gotta hear them. If I don't know them, I play them. It costs me about 4 to maybe 6 seconds of my life. And then I've learned. Where I am here, it's kind of in the Arkla-Texla Oak area. Or something. Play Larry Don. So I see a lot of Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana labels. In other words, it's a great area to be looking.
Loose Cannon, tough again. Little John's Willie, Fever. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it. Wheat Skidmore. Don't know it. Later D record. Gotta play it. Because what if it's good? What if it's a great bopper? What if I could fly around and poop nuggets of gold down on the masses? A lot of what ifs, right? Like I said, I've been through these before, and I'm usually very thorough, but usually when I'm here, I get in a hurry. George Jones, which one? Oh yeah, Wham Bam, Who Shot Sam? My. All right, March of Dimes, Country and Western, Dottie West. I always like to check the public service records. Lefty Floyd. Jimmy Witherspoon. No, kind of a later thing, later pressing. Okay. Wurlitzer electric piano accompaniment on that gospel record. Thanks, but no thanks. Mr. Politician Man. I'm sure it's crap, but let's play it. Song poem right there, we'll play that. Like I said, ooh, the contacts you gotta pay. I don't know, that's, to me it sounds like it's going to be Garage or Soul. I do not know. Well, I don't know that one by Tom O'Neill. I'm Mr. O'Neill's boy. I think it was the Wichita Falls O'Neills. You don't want to get those mixed up. Oh, one makes my heart jump. Love that label, but not that record. There's some killer stuff on that label. So Leo Castleberry. Hot Springs Flash. Hot Smith, where'd I get that? Anyway. So the early Chet Atkins. So I'm working on some new album projects. One's for a German company. And, Evil Knievel record. Oh, I like that. Anyway, a German company, they wanted just me and my guitar and my harmonica. I call them, what would you call them? Oh, I know what to call them. Call them masochists. But they like what I've sent them, so that's not bad. Then I'm going to work for them, if this one goes all right, on a, what do you call it? I don't know what that is. On a full band recording session with my guys down in Argentina, but it'll be all acoustic, old-timey songs. Then, coming up in, what do you call it? Down there, I'll record with my In the Groove boys that I did my latest Fredonia with. This time it'll be more Starday sounding stuff. Pure, beautiful rockabilly. The way nature intended. Or the way I intended. I don't know if there's that much natural about me. But I've been called worse by better people than you. So, anyway. What is that? What is that? Oh, no, that's on a major label. Major indie label, anyway. Nothing for me. Well, let's pull 78s and look at there. Usually these are broken or worn out. I don't see any crack. This was a hit, though, so it's not a what I'd call a money record or anything. But I just love seeing the J.O.B. label. It really makes me feel good. So Chuck Higgins, The Itch, vocal by Frank Dunn. I never saw these before. They were behind that steel guitar. So see, this is why I need to come back. William Moore and the Country Cousins. He Can Save Your Soul. Oh, cool, the Wilburn family. I know he likes the Wilburn, so I'm going to see if he'll sell it. If not, it's okay. He's got some sentimental favorites, and you cannot fault a man for having sentimental favorites when it comes to records. And you got to respect it, too, no matter what. Unless it's a, Ripley Cotton Chopper or something, then I got to get it. Bobby Ralph. I'll play it. It's a doo-wop record, but I don't know. I played one recently that I bought in Shreveport. Heck, thing had Ike Turner's band. Now, come on. That distinctive twang guitar that Ike played. One time I was talking like this while I was looking at records at a place, just to myself, into the camera. Guy says, "What are you doing, recording?" I says, "No, sir, I just talk to myself a lot." He didn't seem to be too perturbed about that. All right, more 78s. Pretty good gospel stuff. There's old Lou Millet. Wish I could find that. There's his autographed copy of Claude King. I mean. He likes that one very much. Don't blame him at all. That's a good record. And Claude was in the area. I guess Shreveport centric, maybe. Benny Leaders. Yeah. Delbert Barker doing Hank Williams. Don't let Hank Williams' wife find out. There's a little bit more R&B type stuff. Shackles and Chains. That was a big hit in the Dallas area and regionally for Riley. Vernon Dalhart took his name from a couple of Texas towns. The Blind Singers. Lullaby Lady. Oh, there's a happy song. There's a little box of pine on the 729. Maybe I should pull that and listen, but it's got piano accompaniment. I'm afraid it's just going to be, maudlin without the hook that makes you want to make sweet love to it down by the fire. Well, I got a box of bluegrass here. Go find grass records. Bluegrass is a good thing to find. People used to just turn their nose up to it until people actually started playing the thing and realized, bluegrass is really good, what they call roots music. Normally, I think one must have a PhD to be using such terminology. But at least they're not saying vinyls. There's some good records on that label. Looking for that Roll On Big Mama record by G Self. Not that that's liable to... There's Lee Allen. Wonder if he's related to old Mark Lee Allen. Bet it's probably him under different names. The man is Trickster, and he puts out things by many, many different names. Joe Isaacs, Wind Chimes. A lot of small labels. Well, not a lot. Some small labels. A couple of small labels have appeared. I've got to watch out for my propensity to hyperbolize. Also, too, I did live next door to a college. That's how I know those words. Sit there and open the window, and that stuff would just come wafting in on the breeze. Gotta always see who the rim rocks are. Yep, straight fiddling. Heard that one. Rimrock was a great, I think owned by Wayne Rainey, maybe. He had a hand in it anyhow. Label here in Arkansas. Lots and lots and lots of just cool stuff, from bluegrass to really, really raw gospel. Even a record made by a guy to use with a ventriloquist puppet that I've seen. But they also did rockabilly. Man, they did some good rockabilly. I guess that's it for this box. Well, let's just keep on rolling. As long as I'm looking. And Jim Reeves, I'm looking for the red wax, one of those for old the Abbott pervert himself. Damn Abbott record. Alexander Guadalcanal. I don't know. Sometimes I can say his name right, and if he tries to pronounce my last name, I know he'll mispronounce that. So it's all good. But anyway, check out his, I collect stuff, I believe is what he calls his channel. He does a lot of good things over in Sweden where he gets records, goes out and finds them, or he'll buy, you know, there's a JIT. Ooh, that's rough, but I'll play it anyway. You know, sometimes he'll buy them for me, other people, get them in the mail, unwrap them, show it, or he'll go out and hunt the things, and he's found some surprisingly marvelous things out there in Sweden. So, by golly, check it out. I don't recommend a lot of channels, but that's one that's a rabbit hole you can fall down into all right. He's got a very distinctive way of presenting, which is really cool and quite refreshing. So I think he owes me $20 for it. Wait, never mind. So, let's keep looking. Midnighters, Sexy Ways. Piano Red. Oh, no, that one's a little too rough. When I saw that Taxi, I thought it was Taxi Blues by Little Richard, which would have been his first record. It was not. Let's always look in the Elvis sleeves, because sometimes you'll find a dang son stuck in a RCA sleeve, and I have done that more than once. What's your lesson for today, kiddies? Check. Oh, look at there. Sweet Love on My Mind. Probably one of the best rockabilly records you'll hear in your life, and it turns up quite often, but everybody wants it because, what did I just say? It's one of the best rockabilly records you'll ever hear. I'm happy. There's Bob Denton. He played with Eddie Cochran on his stuff. I don't know about this one. Nah, that one's a little too rough, and it's sold in sufficient quantities to make that rough shape just a little bit down from where I need to be. And sometimes I'll tell you where I need to be. Other times, you're not even going to know that I have come through your town. This is just not a cosmic stream of bullshit I'm telling. I get out there. I don't care. I get hurt, I'm going to go out there. I feel great. I'm really going to get out there. Okay. Cleansing the palate with some 78s. Sometimes all it does is leave me with a nasty taste in my mouth, but we're not talking about that either. You know, when you're doing records, you can pretty well just hang up your gym membership. You're going to do a lot of lifting, a lot of stretching. Don't take that to heart. Go ahead and go to the gym. I mean, those places need to make their money somehow, I suppose. That's how I destroyed my knee in the first place. Foolishly, about 3 years ago, I decided to start exercising. Yeah, that didn't go well. Crunch, pain, ow, surgery. So, you know, take that however you want. Well, I say take it, pay on your way out, but you know what I'm saying. Victoria Spivey, Nightmare Blues, got a crack. I'll play it. I don't think that's going to be very promising. Now she's selling what she used to give away. I like that song. I heard that when I was a teen. And it's always been an enjoyable little ditty about what a girl might have to do when a girl needs to live life better than what the situation has given her. Bix Beiderbecke. My daughter saw something that was kind of neat. She always watches this channel for me. She's a sharp kid, right? Well, kid. She's in her 30s, I think. Yeah, she is. And so anyway, she said, Dad, every time, well, there we go right there. Edison needle. I like those labels. Those are neat. That one's got some stain damage, but I always look for those. Anyway, Show says, Dad, every time one of your videos comes on, within a minute, somebody downvotes it. First thing. I got a kick out of that. You know, the Howlin' Wolf, he and I share a birthday. He's just 51 years older. He said it best. If you ain't thought about, or if you ain't talked about, you ain't thought about it. And they talk about me all the time. So if you want to dislike and hate, at least you're clicking on it, and you have helped me. And that's a good thing. Oh, cool. I'm not so familiar with them, so I shall become familiar. Ooh, I love that old time singing. I don't think this one's much, but I can't pass up those Jeanettes. Lou LaBelle. Somebody goofed in Kinsey's book. That's about that sex book that Dr. Kinsey put out in the late 40s. What's everybody doing? They're reading Kinsey's book. Yes, sir. Made a song about it. Isn't that neat? So, saw a little stack of 45s there, just setting. There's Bobby Lee Trammell, one of the Arkansas rockers of great repute, not ill repute. Well, looking through another stack, found a Carl Mann that it doesn't turn up as often as the others, so why not? Okay, got to turn on the coal miner's cap now. Looks to be more of the same, though. I haven't gone through this part yet, though, so I need to do it. Sometimes, you know, you'll see a bunch of new stuff. You keep digging in, some old stuff will be hiding, so. Or maybe a later record that's just really good. They exist. I've heard tell of such. I ain't telling it here, though, but that's all right. Modern. Some older looking sleeves, though, so let's go spelunking. Ooh, cool. That's Down Home Records. That looks just like one of those Poor Boy records that Wayne Rainey recorded for. That's kind of neat. Maybe I'll find some Poor Boy stuff. There's some rockabilly on that label. And then Wayne Rainey, Arkansas singer I just mentioned, he did a great one saying we need a lot more Jesus and a lot less rock and roll. And that's right, not long, I guess, after he recorded a little rock and roll for Decca, Shake Baby Shake. I guess he was ashamed he'd done that or something. I don't know. Every man's got his own personal demons. Me, I'd rather hear Shake Baby Shake. 78 I hadn't seen. Country Centric. Del Wood. She was a big influence on Jerry Lee Lewis. That lady could play a barrel house type honky-tonk piano. And Jerry Lee would tell you that, too. Jerry Lee don't lie about nothing. Oh, look there. It's a bit on the roughish side, but I love the Wolf. I do love some Muddy. Do love some Muddy. Do love some Muddy. And I do love some Muddy. What would you look at there? That's good. Always pays to look in those little thingies. Oh, cool. That's a Jim Bullitt, but I think it's Boulet, the way he said originally. This is prior to Jim owning part of Sun Records, etc., etc. So let's see what's here. Oh, cool. That's a neat one. I think I've got a copy or two of that at the house. I'll have to take a good look at it. Shimmy Shakin' Daddy. I like this song. Wow, musically, it's just an incredible thing by the Maddox Brothers and Rose. I'm a shimmy shakin' daddy. Shimmy shakin' daddy. I can shake shimmy, you know. He likes to dance. That, I think, is the big takeaway from all that there. Well, for a little bit, I was in the gospel, white gospel section. There it is, some more. And most of it's missionary position, but you hope someday you'll see, you know, some of the harder core, like bondage gospel or Two Dragons Exhausted by Battle type, you know, performances, or, you know, something out of the Kama Sutra of the gospel world, which just goes a little harder core. I would settle for some Howard Surratt on St. Francis. I've had that a few times. If I find it, I'll probably keep the next copy I find. I've had it 3 times. A lot of quartets and such. Unfortunately, it's usually quartets with a piano and those beautiful labels. Oh, look at that label. But Deep South Quartet. You know, I got to play that and make sure that's what I'm thinking it is. I lose my blues in heaven. I'm sure that's just going to be, you know, no eye contact stuff. But we're going to find out. All right. Went out and ate me some sliced ham. Really good source of protein, don't you know? Look at there. There's a Dan Abbott record. And had me an apple a little bit later. Some diet tonic. Wish I had some gin to go with it, but it'd be all right for the diet. That ain't so bad. So anyway, there we go. Got my new battery too. I'd run out of battery. Dixie Boys. Shoot, that just sounds good. Ooh, Glow Hill. Dee Dee's Bounce. Don't know. Bill Taylor. Yep. He's my friend on Facebook. He sang with Clyde Leopard Sneerly Ranch Boys on Flip Records. Helped co-write I'm Left, You're Right, She's Gone. The Elvis sang. So I'm going to tell you what. Then he just did a lot of stuff. He's still with us and apparently doing pretty well. My son calls another man daddy. Shoot, I'm a sucker for Hank Williams 78s. They play so well. Except for the first few on Sterling. They play so bad. But anyway. This old miner's light on my... What is this now? No. Miner's light on my head makes my life easy. The Empty Cradle. That's got to be a good song. I can just picture it now. Well, there's an empty little cradle since cousin baby died. I don't know. I just don't think it'd be like that. It's probably something different. Probably mournful and sad. And I'm mournful and sad. Here's your hot shots. Gotta always look at the vocalions for that one time in my life. Maybe a Robert Johnson would turn up. Mark can make him some real money on that one. I'd pay him extraordinarily well for that. So I went through Bluebirds, picked up a whole bunch of Delmore Brothers to consider. And one of those light crust doughboys, Pine Ridge Boys. Don't know. 10 Wranglers. And Wranglers. Wait. Oh, I was hoping for Everybody's Trucking. I think it's them. Got to check out James Wayne's. That actually looks good if it's ringing a bell. Oh, cool. You know, that's a rocker, kind of a pop rocker, but a rocker. Pretty good one, actually. It's not bad. Being on 78, 45 is common. But I like to get the 78 counterparts because, well, they're not so common. People want them. Like old British Dave, he's always after that stuff. Yeah. Hello, my baby. What is this? Got a red hot mama. I'll play it and see. I don't know. Glad I'm going through these. I know the first time I came here I started to look through them, but I think I got sidetracked with other stuff. You know how I am. Smoky Hog. There's a McCravy's. Morse Brothers. There's a Salty Dog record. Not sure what a Salty Dog is, but I've got an idea. Got to play Jimmy Crane, 6 Feet Under. Modern Mountaineers. Oh, there's one of them good-looking Crown records. Those are really attractive labels. I wouldn't marry one, but I tell you what, I'd sit there and spin that Crown label all day long. I don't know that one. Odd Bullet label from Jim Boulay, 4,000 years ago. Yet another copy. Guitar. Yeah, Sinking of a Submarine. That ain't even implying anything. It's literally about a submarine that sunk. Normally when people say I'm going to sink my submarine, they're talking about something else. Sex. And that's not the case with that record. Okay, made it down to the next and final one in this room. I like finding Paramount. It's kind of neat. It's one of their not in demand ones though. Vernon Dalhart, Carson Robinson. It's just not much to it. See, there's Vernon Dalhart there. Moose Jackson. Interesting stuff. I try not to fly through it. So, ooh, there's the Bang Boys. I love that record. That's early Roy Acuff with a slap bass and just utterly dirty lyrics. Oh, yeah. When Lulu's Gone. You know, Roy Acuff, he was a stalwart of the Grand Old Orgy or Opry, whatever they call himself. Wipe off my lens there. And he always did this real, you know, classic country songs, real straight, real dignified. His first record was Smut. I wish I was a diamond ring up on my Lulu's hand. Then every time she'd take a bath, I'd be a lucky man. Oh, bang away, my Lula. Bang away good and strong. What you gonna do for banging when Lulu's gone? What you gonna do, indeed. He never did tell me what happened either. Flip side's called doing it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, that's what it's about. So anyway, I much prefer that than I do a million courses of Great Speckled Bird or something like that. Well, I've been in this room all morning and part of the afternoon. Well, the time I was here wasn't all morning. That hyperbole again. Let's see, where is that? Detroit. It's got a really bad scratch in it. Luke the Drifter. I prefer the Lonesome Drifter, but anyway. Donna Fargo acetate. Drifting Cowboys after old Hank died. Chicago Swingers. A bunch of swingers in the Balch Springs area where I live. Good looking acetate. Sports Page of the Year. Velveteen Coker. When those are red wax, I'll pick them up for old Alexander. The aforementioned Abbott Pervert. All right. Next room. Next stack of records. Torch Ballad. Billy Gray. He was a Oklahoma, I guess, country singer, and I know a guy up there that found out through the 23andMe that that was actually his daddy. So that was kind of neat. He found out probably 40 years after the fact. And contacted the family, and they were like, glad to have you aboard. They were good people, welcoming a family member. I think that's wholesome. Then I know a whole lot of other stories about other things that just make you cry. But anyway, there we are. Nothing in that pile, but at least I had never seen that pile before. Man, I got a muscle yanking in my side. I don't like that. Oh well, can't be helped. Well, cool. I finished early today. Got me a nice stack of 45s. Got me a nice stack of 78s. So I'm pleased. That pleases me to no end of pleasure, really. So, I've had to change shirts because I get all dusty and dirty. I've got to remain fresh. So anyway, I'm going to head back to Texas. It's Monday, and I got about an hour for things to be open. But on Mondays, there's not that much open here in Arkansas, or really in Texas either. So, hasta luego. If I see anywhere to stop, I'll turn this camera back on, and we'll just do an addendum. If not, I'll catch you under flippity flop. All right, bye. Well, all right. I've reached the sanctity and safety of my lair. And let's take a look at what we found yesterday, because I've slept since then. Nell Price, Razor's Edge, Skip Easterling, Midnight Rebels. That's kind of neat Oklahoma thing. Unexpectedly good R&B. Louise by Jimmy Wilson, 5 Royales. This is a Mark Lee Allen special, the Falk Monster. It's about Sasquatches. I'm going to set that aside for him right now. And it's as cheesy as it looks. Found one of these recently. Found another. Never found Uncle John's Gone before. That's quite a good record. Steel Guitar Rag, Merle Travis, Undinked. Another copy of Roughneck Blues. Billy Lee Riley, Trouble Bound. Got to set that aside. That one's got messed up labels, but who cares? It's Billy Lee Riley, right? Ray Campy, who just passed away. Without Ray, I wouldn't have gotten into music. So you can blame him, but he was great. Gene Vincent, Perkins, Holly, The Sinners. That's pretty cool. Al Lucas. These are all good rockers and such. Len Gale. That's a good Arkansas rocker. Some good bluegrassy, old-timey. Same there. There's some fairly scarce doo-wop. Eddie Bond, the Rockin' Daddy. Jerry Lee Lummox right there. Stan Hardin, good bopper. And this is the Denton, Texas first label of Brother Dave Gardner, White Silver Sands, which was a monster hit on a Memphis label. Bobby Lee again. Dale Hawkins. Joe DeMars. One of the weird song poem things. That was strange. There's old Zendal Wayne Rainey. That sure looks a whole lot like one of those Poor Boy records that he recorded on. Carl Mann. Bill Pierce, bopper. Big guitar anyway. All right, another copy of the Egyptians. Sweet Love on My Mind, Jimmy and Johnny. Yes, sir. Always Late. That has Eddie Cochran on it. And just some weird rock and roll type movie from probably the 60s. That's the Ballad of Evel Knievel, Hub Reynolds. That's another good bopping rocker type thing almost by Dave Dudley. More Arkansas teen type there. boppers, Bobo, skididdle daddle, watch him go. It's not the best copy, but it plays great. There's a rarity right there. That's a hard-ass record. The Kids on Imperial. That's a nice one. Sonny Birds, George Jones, Gaston Ponce Castellanos, I pronounce it the Argentine way. It's ranchero, or ranchera music, or bolero, I suppose. But it is on D Records, and it's a tough one. Bob Center, he wrote for songs for Gene Vincent. There's a probably almost unplayed copy of Frankie Miller. That's a rocker. Another Grady Martin Chugger with guitar. Lloyd Klingman, It's Nothing to Me. More rockabilly there. Good Scarce Hillbilly. Some R&B. Buck Owens on Pep. Another odd Oklahoma teen rocker. More rockabilly, Farmer Boys, more blues for Brownie. Tony Alvis Wayne doing a country record. More Buck Owens. Linda Hayes, R&B. More bopping. Perkins, Climates, Margie Singleton. That's got some good Hal Harris guitar, I think. And we got a couple of odd ones here. Fat Man, Chuck and Bill, You're Way Out There. That's a great record. And we got some Gene Vincent, Tibby Edwards, Jerry McCain. Hadn't even played this one, Hans Lorenz. Probably nothing. Bertha Lou, Clint Miller, and that's the 45s. We'll look at the 78s maybe. Okay, let's dig out the 78s. These I got, they sell well, but also they're just so clean, just so beautifully clean. Delmore Brothers on Bluebird. Delmore Brothers, yet again, just absolutely gorgeous. Delmores, and then Sons of the Ozarks. That's a really good record. There's a scarce one. Wilburn Brothers on 4-star. That's an early. Here's my favorite one I think I got, though. Joe Hill Lewis, the one-man band, Gotta Go Baby. It needs a bath like crazy, but that will play great. Big Leg Woman. That is just marvelous. I remember my lovely daughter, Rachel, when she's about 6 or so, we were in a Shreveport flea market. I was going through records, so she thought she'd go through records, and she pulled out a rough copy of that and said, "Is this one good, Dad?" Yeah, that was good. She did good. There's, always pick up JOBs. That's the one you see all the time. But people do want them. That was actually a hit. This is fun. Ramblin' Rufus Schaffner, Shotgun Wedding. Carroll County Boogie by the Carroll County Boys. I think that's Hal Harris on guitar. My favorite guitarist. About one of them damn Abbott records. Johnny Horton. And yet another copy of I Loved You Kiss by Jess Williams. I think I bought one a week or so ago. Shimmy Shakin' Daddy, Maddox Brothers and Rose. That's a bass slapper deluxe. Let's get some fun things here. Howlin' Wolf doing the Rockin' Daddy. Different song. Muddy Waters. Howlin' Wolf, Baby How Long. Muddy Waters. Muddy Waters. All right. Allen Brothers with Delmores on the flip side. This is nice. The Dixie Boys on Champion. Bill Grady's Dixie Cowboys on Macy. Arkansas Wood Chopper on the Electro Beam Jeanette. There's a good one there. Doing it the old-fashioned way, and When Lulu's Gone by the Bang Boys. That was Roy Acuff's first record, I believe, and it's a nasty, wonderful, damn near, well, it's really suggestive. If I had a diamond ring upon my Lulu's hand, every time she'd take her bath, I'd be a lucky man. Bang away, Lula. So, yeah, and he, of course, denied it was him later. Then another damn, I think I bought one of these before, but I got to pick up the Red Wax, Abbott Records. All right. Marvin Phillips, good R&B with the Salty Dog. This is neat. It's kind of pop R&B, but got to pick it up. It's a JB, Jim Boulay, or Jim Bullitt. He was an original shareholder in Sun Records. I think I said that earlier. Bobby Ralph, if that was 45, that'd be worth insane money. And then this one's rough and all beat up, but I like the song so much. Nightmare Blues and Murder in the First Degree, though. And it's by Victoria Spivey. It's just a good record. Hopefully it'll play well. I played a bit and it seemed to work. Good double-sided Hillbilly Hyperkinetic Frenzy, Jimmy Crane. Another Dan Abbott record for old Alexander. Here's one old England Dave might like. Mitchell Torok, No Money Down, rocker. Hank Williams, it's just a gorgeous copy of Long Gone Lonesome Blues. This is a marvelous instrumental by D.D. Ford, or Double D, I guess we'd call him. I ain't had a look at him. Mitchell Torok, another harder to find one. Alvin Coker. Here's one that's not so easy. Stood Up on a 78 by Ricky Nelson. Carolyn Bradshaw. There we go. Edison needle type recording. Yeah, that's nice. Gladys Rice, Pop, and Willie Mae Thornton. So I had a good day, found some good stuff, yada, yada, yada. I'm saving up for my Cadillac fund, I suppose. I don't know. Actually not, I'm buying records. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that. Let's do it again.